Hello! Alright, welcome back. This is a channel made by me. I'm doing videos on my teeth. It is currently 1 year since I did my SARPE surgery. Update for you today, right now. Welcome back. First and foremost, I made this video for two reasons. One, is to give you an update. Give you an update on my sitch, and also I came up with a list of 10 things that I wish I knew slash 10 sort of minor setbacks that you should be mentally prepared for. Okay, firstly, let's get on with the update. Teeth update first. So I haven't had my braces tightened for 2 months because obviously Melbourne is under stage 4 restrictions, which means that orthodontists are not taking appointments, and dental is only emergency, right? So I don't fall under that. So I supposed to have an appointment 3 weeks ago. That got pushed to next week, but because we're still gonna be in stage 4, that appointment will probably be pushed like, till next month. So forgive the state of the braces. I haven't had a chance to change the wire in a while. Okay, so as you can see, let me just zoom in for you. Let's zoom in quickly. Great. Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, so okay, so it is yellow. Okay, I eat curry quite often, and it stains the thing. Don't judge. So as you can see, my smile is getting there. So I got the gap that was, you remember my gap, and I've got a little thingy here. So that's how it's been like for the past 2 months. And on my next appointment, when it does happen, that'll come together, and then it's all about just kinda, okay, that's right. Oh, you've still got an expander on, I see. Yes, it was meant to be removed last month. So let me get back to the video at hand. Let me just zoom out real quick. Okay, great. Okay, welcome back. 10 things I wish I knew slash were mentally prepared for. Some of these I was mentally prepared for, but I think it's good to remind you, the viewer, who may potentially be going through this surgery or is underway the surgery, just to kind of reassure you that this is common things that happen all the time. Alright, so let's get on with it. Number one, it's not a quick process. Yes, I assumed after all the research and YouTube watching I've done that my expander would be out in 4 months. And it's now a year. And nobody's fault. Different orthodontists have different ways of reassuring that they want, the width of your jaw to stay a certain way while they straighten your teeth. Totally fine. You could come across a pandemic that forces your orthodontist to close, which means that all your appointments that you've made to straighten your teeth are now cancelled and postponed until further notice. You never know. So mentally prepare yourself that the braces may take 2 years instead of 1 year, or 4 years instead of 2 years, or the expander may take a year instead of 6 months. Just remember that. Don't be disappointed if there are little bumps along the way. Number 2, food will introduce itself to several hundred locations in your mouth that you never thought it could get stuck in. Alright? That is yeah, that you'll find that out, especially. Okay, so your expander is flat, the roof of your mouth is a slight curve, You see that gap there? Can you see me? Can you see me? That is where majority of things are gonna get stuck. And you gotta master the art of ejection, alright? Air injection. So you gotta like, it's really weird, but you gotta like, oh, I don't even know how to say this, but it's you're blowing air out with your mouth slightly closed, and you're pushing your tongue against the roof of your expander so that you're directing the airflow upwards, and you do this sound where it's like literally the air, it's gonna go and just like everything out. Now it's a bit graphic, but it's a necessary skill that I would want you to prepare for. Once you get your braces and your expander, that's a double whammy, okay? Because you're gonna get things everywhere. In the front area, underneath, and then there's this point, you see this little metal thing here? That thing is a ring, and your tooth is like there. And all around it, whoa. Be prepared. Learn the skill of the ejection. It's really like, it's messed up. Your face will change. Got this question a lot. Your face will change, honestly, not by a lot. Your upper lip area will be the most prominent, depending on the degree of expansion. Your nose is going to remain the same. Your cheekbones may slightly, you know, not a lot, but think about it, like if you're pushing your palate, your cheeks are resting further apart than where it used to. So it makes sense, but it's not going to change by a lot. Your eyes aren't going to separate, okay? I'm not sure why everybody's worried about this, but it's like, are your eyes separating? Are your eyes moving further apart? They're not. You're not. I'm not moving my skull this way. I was just moving like my jaw, my upper jaw. So you're not gonna get that. So no stress. Don't worry. You may get like cheekbone a little bit up, but like my face is really chubby, so I wouldn't say that I've seen a difference at all. But picture 1, this is pre-surgery, and picture 2, it's current. Well, there you go, current. Picture 1, current. Not much of a difference, I wouldn't say, because it's just the width of the smile, so wouldn't stress. You may still need to get surgery once your teeth straighten. Now this may come to a shock for people whose orthodontist may not have forewarned them, but SARPE surgery is to expand your palate so that it matches the width of your bottom palate, okay? Once you straighten that, you may find that your teeth clash when you bite. If they do clash, then that means that you've still got to do a corrective jaw surgery where you're aligning your teeth from clashing up on each other to either pushing your jaw back or pushing your upper jaw front. Most likely it's the bottom jaw one. Number 5, you will be able to enjoy food. The first 2 weeks, I couldn't eat spaghetti. I couldn't chew the pasta. Not because it was not al dente, but I had to swallow it whole. It was a struggle. But after 2 weeks, I ate anything I wanted. Like, I think after a month, I started eating steak, and I was like, loving life. Honestly, right now, even with braces and all that, I know they say don't eat nuts and, you know, like, nothing hard and candy, honeycomb. But honestly, eat anything you like. You're not gonna have any issues at all. Depending on the rate of your recovery, don't stress. I think you'll be able to enjoy your food in no time. Number 6, the cost is completely worth it. So going into this, I was really doubtful because, like, I was walking into my orthodontist, right? Super confident, and I was like, bruh, I'm gonna put braces and I'm gonna make my teeth straight and I'm gonna walk out of there and like the whole plan will be sorted. But then turns out I had a narrow palate, and I needed to expand my jaw. Needed to go surgery. Needed to be in a hospital. Then only I can straighten my teeth. Just lots of things going on. Obviously that brought up the cost, and then I was like, damn it, do I really want to do this? I had all these doubts, just going into my mind. And although I'm probably halfway through at the moment, no regrets. Like, you won't feel it at first, but then you'll be so glad that you took the plunge, because you know that you wanted to do this. You wanted to do this for yourself, and you're worth it. So take the plunge. Number seven is, people will get used to it, and so will you. Now, I was thinking, shit man, like, I'm gonna have a freaking hole in my mouth, and it's just gonna be a nightmare for people, for myself. Am I gonna like the metal in my mouth, blah blah blah. And literally, you'll get used to it. At first, it's gonna be really weird, but seriously, like, after like a week maybe, having the expander in my mouth now, it's part of my life. It's been there for a year. Put it on for 5 years. I'm good. But you do get used to it. When I put the braces on, I was like, ugh. And then I'm just like, yeah, it's just not part of me. So then I think I'll feel really weird when, it comes off. But just remember that people will get used to it, and you will get used to it. So that's something to think about going into the braces life or the SARPE surgery life. Alright, number 8. The gap is a once in a lifetime moment to cherish. Let me tell you, the gap, right, gets massive. And it was the one thing I was like, holy crap. And I know it's the one thing that most people are dreading, like the gap. But seriously, I miss it. It's such a good conversation starter. Like, people look at you twice and you're like, what's up? And then they're like, did you get punched in the face? I'm like, no bro. Such a good conversation starter. And I just tell them, no, I actually just broke my jaw in half, and I am currently pushing it apart with my expander in my mouth. Yeah. And they'll go like, whoa, that's really cool. So the takeaway is, it's such a good conversation starter. Especially with kids, they think that you lost a tooth, and then you can just play the whole tooth fairy thing, and you just make their day. And the parents love you, and it's just a good time. Really, I would cherish the gap moment a lot. Or sometimes you're talking and just pooh, you just launch something into someone's face. That's never happened to me, but potential is there. So cherish the gap. Seriously, hashtag just cherish the gap. Number 9, setbacks will always happen. I made a decision to go to a really well-renowned orthodontist. I was like, everything's gonna be perfect. They've got all the equipment and everything to like smash it. But remember this, no matter how good a surgeon or orthodontist you have, your body is gonna function differently to what you're putting it through. So as much as you're paying the most amount of money or the least amount of money, with the most experienced doctor or not, your body is gonna react to it differently, and you may need longer or shorter times to finish a process. So always remember that setbacks will happen in anything that you do, and just be prepared for it, and mentally prepare yourself so that when it does happen, you're at least ready for it, and you're like, yeah, this bound to happen anyway, so you just brush it off and move on and just focus on the end goal, and that's it. It will not get the better of you. If you're approaching a speed bump, slow down for a bit, go over, vroom, back away. So that's what I think. Setback wise, just remember it may happen. Don't worry about it. Number 10. Okay. People talk about pain, and I was always worried about the pain. And after going through, so I took my wisdom teeth out, and then I went for surgery. Like 4 or 5 months later. I can confirm that the wisdom teeth recovery phase so much worse than the surgery / braces process. Seriously, getting teeth pulled out and having the socket there exposed, like, really bad. Really, really bad. Honestly, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting nightmares. But it's something to think about. If you ever think, oh my god, this surgery is going to be really painful, just remember that if you survive the wisdom teeth extraction, you can survive this. You got this, okay? 10 things that I wish I knew / setbacks that may have happened. Done. 1 year update. Sorted. Now, if you've got any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, comment below. I'm quite, good with responding to queries, but it's pretty gnarly stuff, like people thinking that, they may be too, old to do this, or is it even worth it? Like, it's off and on. I get messages from people in their late 30s or 40s. Smash it, just do it if you feel like doing it. And you think that it'll make you feel better, then just take the plunge and do it, because nobody's forcing you to do it. Nobody wants you to do it. But if you feel like you want to do it, then just do it. And that applies to anything you do in life. Just take the plunge, just go for it, and remember that there's a reason why you're doing it. And if you ever feel like you're doubting it, just remember, is the end result worth it? If the end result is going to be something favorable to you, then no questions asked, just smash it. It's quite cool to make these videos, to kind of create a bit of a community. I know there's a lot of videos like this around, but it's nice to kind of contribute to the information and experience that some people may doubt if they want to do it or not. So I like to be able to kind of go through this process, and any kind of issues that come up, just address it. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a DM. And thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you can. I know it's a really hard task to do, but I would appreciate it. I think it indicates to me that you guys are liking it, and I can do more of the same kind of videos. So yeah, just give me a shout if you like it. Just like and subscribe. If not, then there's other videos out there. But thank you for watching.